Dear colleagues, my name is SERGEY ZUIKIN and I'm an educator and academic professional. For more than 2 decades, I have been conducting research with the idea in mind to find the ultimate teaching model and perfect solution to the challenges of today's world. Today, I would like to come up with a project that sums up my ideas and propose ways to achieve goals. The project has become a result of more than 20 years of research and practical academic activity at all levels and age groups. The name of the project is Intellectual and Social Development System. It is obvious that today young generation faces dramatic problems which could not even exist a few years ago. We try to categorize them and would like to focus on the 2 types, objective and subjective factors. Objective factors are inevitable and cannot be ignored or changed individually. All members of society, not just young generation, are affected by them. We would like to highlight just a few. Fast-growing and fast-development technology brings either positive or negative outcomes. Artificial intelligence, smart technologies and applications do not just make our life easier, but also take control over people's activity and claim to play a leading role. Rapid changes of social processes make us keep up with these changes. However, the processes are often hidden and cannot be clearly detected. Testing system is a part of modern educational model. Apparently, this system modifies the way of thinking, and many students find themselves effective only within this system. Internet revolutionizes our life and also causes some inevitable changes. It also brings out enormous amount of information that makes it almost impossible to navigate. On the other hand, there is a demand to sort out necessary information from the large stream. Students need to struggle for it, and unfortunately, many of them prefer not to. Conversely, subjective factors are personal and individual. They include our habits and attitude and are formed on individual basis. Many students nowadays suffer from the lack of motivation, inability to set goals and ways to achieve those. Test-oriented approach makes students think within a particular model and deactivate their abilities to find alternative solution. Many students find it impossible to organize their tuition process and work independently. Inability to concentrate and temporary character of focusing attention on studying process become a major obstacle. Addiction to gadgets and smart technologies, which substitute real-life communication and research, become a huge problem for the students these days. Thinking according to the standard, in a box. Lack of creative activity makes studying process dull and ineffective. Copy-paste attitude does not let students develop mentally and socially. Based on multiple evidences in working with students, we came to a conclusion that today's students are enormously affected by the negative factors and often find themselves unable to demonstrate their potential and express their talents and abilities. Very few of them find the way to cope with the obstacles and become successful in academic sphere. This requires the highest level of responsibility from the educator because it is known for hundreds of years. Whatever you teach your student will form their personality, attitude, character, the system of use, and even social status. As a possible solution to the challenges, we suggest a new cross-disciplinary system of mental and social harmonization, overall development that would lead to forming an intellectual personality and full-fledged member of society. We define it as cross-disciplinary, multitasking system of organized knowledge that helps form a harmonious personality and conscientious member of society. We here come up with the accurate objectives and suggest ways to achieve them. We would like to stimulate students' critical thinking and develop ability to think out of the box, as well as analyze and synthesize. We're here to help students ask complex questions and try to find possible answers, to cultivate forming skills of finding alternative solution, to insist a how-to-do approach. We would really love to develop students' ability to see the world around and understand the social processes, to stimulate forming spirit and attitude, to evolve students' creativity and generating ideas, to form their views and opinion. To help form a harmonious personality, we recommend the following areas of human activity such as international relations, literature, film and musicology, sports, science and media. The education model in the system consists of three basic elements: the seminar, a project, and a masterclass. Each element contains its own features and contributes to the overall success of the project. A typical seminar is being divided into three stages, which are a presentation, a discussion, and a report. Each stage is time-limited and forms a logical consequence in the process. A 10-minute presentation of the topic is followed by a discussion and sharing opinions. Finally, each student completes a report where they reflect what they have learned at the seminar. Topics for the seminars could be based on classical masterpieces in literature, arts, science, etc. Students will learn how to read and understand the content and author's message to the public. George Orwell's 1984 and Herbert Well's Time Machine can be followed by the social topics of general and universal interest, such as A Day Without Internet or How to Survive Without Gadgets. Projects play an enormous role in the system and can substitute homework. Moreover, projects are considered to be an individual creative research work that solves multiple tasks. They can be individual and group ones. The form of the project can be absolutely individual and may include an academic essay, a story, or an article. Students with strong artistic and musical intelligence may find it interesting to create a piece of art or music. Future journalists and reporters will certainly choose a video report and an interview, while future filmmakers would prefer to shoot a short film. Vocalists and instrumentalists would express themselves through a live concert or performance. All students are free to choose the form based on the sphere of their interest. The following system will enable achieving its objectives and goals, forming necessary skills and building competencies for academic and professional life. Moreover, students will learn how to effectively use creativity and imagination, how to adapt a non-standard approach, create value from the 0 point. Masterclass is a brilliant chance for students to learn from the best. Mentors are outstanding people who become successful in different spheres of human activity. Prominent academicians like Professor Andrei Fursov, Professor Valentin Katasonov, Professor Hans Zwager, Professor Evgeny Tityukhin, and Dr. Mario Kohler, successful businessmen like Mr. Fetah Taminjer or Mr. Cengiz Yakiz, highly competent professionals like Mr. Onur Özdeker, to name a few. Students would be able to listen to their success stories and interview them, communicate with their mentors and stimulate their own motivation and development. We're absolutely proud to name such wonderful people our mentors and will appreciate their contribution. The following system contains multiple benefits that make it attractive to be established. Tuition is based on no test, no exam basis and will enable students express their performance through projects. System's philosophy is formed around the notion work from the scratch. No forms, no examples or applications are considered to be used. Each piece of outcome students create themselves from the scratch. Comfort is extremely important for the success of tuition process. We create the special atmosphere in a group of 4 students. This enables students release themselves, focusing on achieving academic goals rather than solving personal and emotional problems. At the educational institution with precise timetable, we suggest using lesson time occupied by other subjects. In addition to listed above benefits, we would emphasize that establishing the system does not contain any costs and does not cause expenses. This is what we call smart but free educational model. Therefore, it is absolutely available for any educational institution and can be recommended to both low-level budget schools and highly profitable private institutions. Individual approach and high-level performance will then lead to high academic results, ability to think out of the box, and cross-disciplinary approach with the idea to stipulate for the top level of academic and professional possibilities and even international prospects. The core activity within the system is analytical, therefore we suggest using open sources of information such as school and digital libraries as well as personal resources of the leader. Personal book and music library will enable choosing the right materials and save time on finding necessary content. Moreover, leader's database of personal contacts can solve the problem of attracting mentors. We are ready to contribute our personal relations with successful mentors to the project. We really hope that the idea will find support and positive attitude among those who are invited to mentor students. Finally, we suggest some more activities to be used within the project. To our mind, they could add an important element to studying process as another type of mental activity. Teaching students Russian language and teachers English language are among those to recommend first. Combining sport and language activity can form an effective combination within an English language basketball camp. Including international exams such as IELTS and TOEFL are highly recommended, especially for those students who are aiming to study at the international level. Different forms of musical activity such as music production and performance organization can be found as effective for students with highly developed musical and artistic intelligence. As shown above, the following system contains numerous benefits and absolutely available to almost every institution because of its minimal costs and high level of productiveness. It contains a lot of advantages and will find support within students, parents, and educators. We really hope that the following system of intellectual and social development will be soon established in many institutions and will start producing highly competent, intellectual, and harmonious personalities and members of the society. Thank you very much for your attention.